Hey everybody, this is kind of my collection update. Don't have a lot of knives left. You were pretty much looking at the whole collection that ZippoThisKnifeThat has at the moment. The only knives not pictured here are my Spyderco Delica and a Spyderco Cricket stainless steel etched. Believe those are the only two knives not currently shown. So this is literally it. After all the knives that you guys have seen me unboxed and all the knives you see me sold and trade, this is pretty much what's left. I guess I do have one military left, the carbon fiber variant M390. That is still brand new in box, and yeah, I haven't gotten around to using this one. I might just sell it or trade it later on, depending on what I feel. But that is my only unused knife at the moment. But other than that, these are all the knives that have stuck with me all the way through. And as you can see, that's really not too many. But as you guys all know, I pretty much decided what I like in an EDC and what I like as my primary EDC. But the four knives in the center here that you see are pretty much my current EDC rotation. I typically keep a Tenacious around in the car just to have on hand. Solid knife. I love that full flat grind, and it's pretty cheap, almost disposable, so I'm not worried to go crazy with this knife when I'm hacking things down or chopping things. And the blade steel is pretty darn soft, so it's super easy to touch up and gets the hair shaving sharp in a very small amount of time. Spyderco Tenacious. And then we got the good old Kershaw Leak assisted opening, and that's with that composite D2 blade with that copper accent. Focus in on that if I can. See that this guy's been used quite a bit. Still got some residue from boxes and tape and whatnot. But yeah, that's a pretty sweet blade. I've had this one for a very long time. Probably one of the oldest blades in my collection. And then of course I have my Spyderco Cricket carbon fiber variant. And that's with the ATS 55 blade, fully serrated. Pretty sweet knife. This thing really cuts. Really good box opener, and acts nicely as a money clip, secondary money clip, and that's the liner lock there. Sweet little blade. And then of course you got the infamous Sage 2 that I have talked very highly of in a lot of my videos, including reviews and EDC updates and whatnot. That has held up very well. Super slim. Still got a pretty decent mirror polish on this from when I first edge pro'd it, as you can see there. Still my all-time favorite Spyderco blade. Just fits in the hand so darn well, and I love the choke up of the choil. Just slim profile, and of course, you know, I love that titanium, and I love Reeve integral locks, frame locks, hence the reason why these are all frame locks. And then you got the Stout Techno with that blue G10 backspacer, half backspacer. CTS XHP steel, holding up real nice for me. I really love that stamp. It's a pretty cool stamp that they got going on this. I gotta admit, for the price range, it's a little steep, but the overall aesthetics of this knife are very pleasing. The stonewashed blade and the stonewashed handles here, and then, you know, I love the deep carry wire clip. Kind of a dulled look on the clip as well. Very stout folder, and a nice solid 4-finger grip with this knife here. And of course, you got the large Sebenza 21, which has been with me for quite a while now, and also my primary EDC. This is what I like to carry most. Could use a good sharpen, but overall, just I love the blade length and the slim profile of this knife, and of course, you know, with it being titanium and the ultra smooth action. Still my #1 favorite knife in my collection overall. Just very comfortable. Love that high hollow grind, perfectly centered blade, and the overall tolerances. Just a big winner in my book for this knife. And I just can't keep away from these darn Striders. This is indeed my 4th S&G that I've owned. I've told you guys before, I've owned the concealed carry with the Ranger Green and the Flame TI, as well as the Tiger Stripe blade. I've also owned a Digi-Camo blade, Lego version, with the Coyote Brown G10 and Flame TI. That one was really cool. And then I have also owned the double gunner grip with Ranger Green G10, stonewash side, or not stonewash, but it's the regular TI side with the stonewash blade. And now I have reverted back to the Lego version, and this one is sweet. Really happy to be having one of these again. And I did talk to the previous owner, and you guys were right. It is indeed a cap that they put on over this. You can see that one on the right is bigger than the one on the left to eliminate blade play and whatnot. So this one is tank bolt, solid, excellent. And you can see the lockup's pretty early on this guy. I just love playing with these Striders. They're just a lot of fun. And you see that there's a fixed blade here. I bought the sheath aftermarket. This is the SE4. Really clean looking knife, very comfortable in the hand. Little finger choil there, choke up on. And this is pretty much the only fixed blade that I own and really need, because I don't go out that much to where I would use this. But I like to carry this in the car as well. Excuse me. For the just in case, and just to have one fixed blade in the collection for those kind of out of normality, but occurrences where I do go hiking or whatnot with friends and whatnot. This is a good guy to have on hand. And I know it's crazy to say, but that is pretty much the collection, guys. Like I said, I believe the only 2 knives that aren't shown here that I do have are indeed the stainless steel Cricut, the etched one, and my Spyderco Delica 4, which is in the car right now. But this is pretty much the collection, and pretty much the 2 knives that I primarily EDC most are these 2, of course, with the Sage 2 definitely getting some attention. And for the hell of it, there's Zippos in there. I am ZippoThisKnifeThat. I'm not too big into Zippos anymore, but gotta have some, right? Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope that was somewhat enjoyable.